25th of February 2013. Close your eyes and relax the whole body and mind. We must try to be practicing only. Must not think about ourselves. Doing with the idea of I is wrong. Doing only is right. The truth is just ever new impermanent nature. Not something, not someone. We are always using the ever new impermanent nature. But we don't know that truth. That's why the wrong understanding of I or someone is involving whatever we do. We must try to be doing only, without misunderstanding of I. Paying attention to our mind and body is the cause of not understanding their impermanent nature. Not to pay attention to our mind and body, just pay attention to right understanding. Not to reject, not to attach, to do only. We used to do with the idea of I. We cannot do without the idea of I or someone. To follow the middle way, we must try to practice without the idea of someone or something. Because of wrong understanding, we think I am practicing meditation, I am in body heart sanctuary. We must try to meditate without the idea of I. We must try to use that place without the idea of I. If there is right understanding, there will be no misunderstanding of I. By using right understanding, we will be able to do only, to experience only, to know only. The truth of all the created truth are ever new impermanent nature. We misunderstand all the created truth as someone or something. The truth is ever new impermanent nature, not ever new something or someone. Endless impermanent process, but not something, not someone. Understanding of my body, my mind, my life is wrong. Instead of paying attention to our body or to our mind, just pay attention to right understanding. Try not to forget right understanding. Habitually, whatever we do, we use the sight of someone. Whatever we see from one side, from the side of someone. Whatever we know are also knowing of someone. It is because of wrong understanding. If there is right understanding, doing will be doing only, seeing will be seeing only, knowing will be knowing only. All of us, all the matters, all the time, all the place, all are just created truth, just ever new impermanent nature. Trying to use right understanding when you meditate. Trying to use right understanding whatever you do, whatever happens. Trying to be experiencing only with right understanding. Don't forget the truth. Doing only, knowing only, experiencing only, using only. We used to practice meditation with wrong understanding. Now we must try to practice meditation with right understanding. The middle way is beyond what we can do, what we can practice. To reach the middle way, we must try to go beyond what other yogis are practicing. Making donation is changing our physical action. Keeping precepts is also changing our physical and oral action. Using right understanding is changing our mental action. If your mind is free, it is not difficult to use right understanding. Because wrong understanding is controlling our mind. It is difficult to understand right understanding. But it is possible to use right understanding. We must try to use our mind limitlessly. In fact, mind can use for all understanding. Because of attachment to traditional understanding, it is difficult to use right understanding. That's why we need to use right understanding to detach to wrong understanding. Just pay attention only to right understanding when you practice meditation and when you are doing your daily work. Just pay attention to right understanding and trying to stop paying attention to the time, to the place, to the method we are using. Doing only is the right action, whether you understand or not. It is possible for you to use doing only. You must try to be able to do only, to experience only, to know only. This practice intend you to abandon, I must practice like this or like that. Don't think about the method. Don't think about the time. Don't think about the place. Just think about right understanding. All the created truths are to use only. Must not think as reality. You can choose one of the methods. You can choose one place. You can choose one meditation teacher. But you must practice with right understanding. If there is right understanding, there is no grasping and no attachment. If there is wrong understanding, there is grasping and attachment. We must try to use all the created truth without attachment, unless our mind and body trying to be using only, without grasping with the idea of someone or something. With right understanding, to do only, trying to be able to meditate without grasping to the method, to the time, to the place, to the life of yogi. Just try to be using only, to be doing only. All the teachings are just created truth. You must try to be able to use only, without rejecting and without attaching. All the teachings are to use only. If we are unable to be able to use only in the right way, we cannot get to the middle way. Not only about Dhamma teaching, but also all other teachings are just created truth. What we must do is to be able to use only. Instead of paying attention to the teaching, just pay attention only to right understanding. If there is attachment to the teaching, you will know about the teaching, about various teaching, and you cannot stop paying attention to the teaching. That is not using only. We are using with wrong understanding. Because of attachment to the teaching, there is problem. By paying attention to right understanding, we must try to detach to all teaching with the idea of I. Nothing is difficult to do. What we must do is without the idea of someone or I. We must try to keep precept, to do meditation, to do good deeds without the idea of someone or I. We must try to be free from wrong understanding. Attention to the created truth causes attachment. So we must pay attention only to right understanding. In this way, there will be less and less attachment to the created truth. We must practice meditation, but it must not be practicing with our desire. We must try to be able to practice what really we should do, not as what we want to do. We must try to abandon our desire from our practice. Teaching is over now. Any question? You must try not to grasp to the anger. It is just nature to experience only. You must try not to think anger as real. It is the nature. It will appear. If there is cause, there will appear, and soon disappear. You must try to detach to anger. Because of attachment, you think anger as something which is not good. Not only your anger, but also the anger of other people, you must try not to think as real. Just create the truth, not to reject, not to attach, to experience only. If you can detach to anger, it will disappear soon. No need to control to the anger. Just pay attention to right understanding. The truth is ever new and permanent nature, not someday. Because of wrong understanding, we think anger as something. What I'm guiding is to solve the problems of anger permanently, not for temporary. There are a lot of ways to solve that problem temporarily, but only with right understanding. There will be no attachment to anger, and there will be less and less anger will happen. If you are remembering right understanding, there will be no anger. There is anger because of wrong understanding. So not to appear anger, you should remember right understanding all the time. Not to appear anger, you try not to forget right understanding. If anger appear, just remember right understanding. Not to attach, not to reject, just to experience only. Not only anger, but also whatever happen, all are to use only, to experience only. You must try to detach to whatever appear in your mind. You must try to detach even to your mind. The truth is just ever new and permanent nature. If you use the right understanding, you can understand ever new impermanent nature. If you use other ways, it is difficult to understand the ultimate truth. Not to reject and not to attach is very important. We are solving the problem with attachment. The real problem is attachment. Attachment to the mind, attachment to the life. If you accept attachment, you accept wrong understanding. You must try to detach to everything, to all created truth. In this way, there will be less and less wrong understanding. When I start my meditation, I follow the traditional way, but I am not satisfied with following this way and that way. Then I try to go beyond the tradition. Most of the yogis are following the traditional way, but they cannot use in the right way. They are using with attachment. They cannot detach to the method, to themselves, to the teacher, to the meditation center. That's why they are misusing the created truth. To follow the middle way, we must try to be able to use the created truth in the right way. Attachment is the real problem, not to follow the middle way. You must practice, but you must try to go beyond this way and that way. You must try to detach to this and that. You must try to detach to whatever appears in your mind, whatever happens in your meditation practice. Because of grasping habit, we used to grasp to whatever happens as our own experience. Because there is anger is in your mind. It is because of wrong understanding. There are a lot of attachment in our mind. That attachment, we must try. There's nothing in your mind. We want to live long life. We want to be healthy. It is because of attachment. Attachment from our mind. Because our mind is not free from desire. The aim of meditation is to remove everything from our mind. In this way, mind will be free, nothing inside.
About the mind. Does it mean that you mentioned that don't pay attention to the mind and the body? The mind doesn't mean that all the thoughts that arises, you do not pay attention to it or don't press on it. I find that sometimes when I practice that, I find it's very difficult to function the whole day. Although when you mention about the mind, don't pay attention to the mind, does it mean not to pay attention to the thoughts?
When we use our mind, there is grasping. Grasping as something which is our own. Using our mind with the wrong idea of my mind or something is wrong. We know what we know, mind is not true. Our intelligence is also just created truth, to use only, not reality. That's why we know mind, we know body, which is our intelligence, which is the answer of our intelligence. Even that intelligence is not real, just created truth. But we don't know. The truth is just ever new impermanent nature. Because of not knowing the original truth, we misunderstand our intelligence as real. If you are grasping what you understand and what what you understand and what you not understand as real, it is wrong using. It is because of wrong understanding and attachment. What we must correct is not to grasp to our understanding, which comes from our intelligence. Grasping use is wrong. Grasping to our intelligence is wrong. If you understand, try not to detach your understanding. If you are not understand, try to detach to the situation of not understanding. Not to take care of our mind is also to detach. If we take care of our mind, if we take care of our body, you are accepting, you are using wrong understanding. Wrong understanding is to abandon. Instead of abandoning, we are accepting wrong understanding by taking care of our life, by taking care of our mind and body. So to be free from wrong understanding, it is necessary not to stop paying attention to the mind and body, to the created truth. All created truth are just to use only, not to pay attention. But because of our habit, we used to pay attention to ourselves and to other people. That's why there's always wrong understanding and we cannot understand original truth. Only right practice, detaching to all created truth, can solve all the problems. You cannot understand by thinking. Wrong understanding and attachment cannot understand right understanding and detachment. The aim of my teaching is to understand about the middle way. It is very difficult to understand the real middle way. That's why I'm also trying to solve that problem. That's why I establish one meditation center after another. It is because I understand only by practice that problems can be solved. That's why I make teaching in Myanmar language and in English language, because it is necessary. To teach like this is necessary. If we all are teaching in the same way, there will be attachment to the method. That's why my teaching intends to solve attachment to the teaching, not like other teaching. It is because of, if you listen to my teaching, you will be able to detach to other teaching. You must also try to detach even to my teaching. All are to use only. To be enlightened, your mind must be free from attachment. To be free from attachment, you must try to detach to all the created truth. That's why to detach to all the created truth, I guide you to pay attention to right understanding. Right understanding is, we are not used to pay attention to right understanding. The aim of paying attention to right understanding is to be able to detach to other created truth. Right understanding is also just created truth, but it must be used to detach to other created truth. There are a lot of books in our country about meditation. When I start my meditation, I listen to the teaching of my master, but I follow but not satisfied. Then I read books. I practice but not satisfied. Then I try to practice to go beyond tradition. Not this way, not that way. I'm still practicing, but not like tradition, not like other yogis. In this way, it is very difficult to explain with words. Most of the yogis are unable to go beyond the tradition. Or nearly all the yogis are following this way or that way. They cannot go beyond this and that. They are afraid to go beyond limit. That's why there is still attachment to the method, to the teacher, to the center. May all merit we have done till now be dedicated to all sentient beings. May all beings rejoice and share in our merit.